been turned into something different tonight, and it's very cozy. But there might be a faint aroma of burgers and barbecued wings, and if your tummy starts rumbling, I do think there's going to be some nice refreshments for you afterwards. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce the sixth form graduating class in 2019, Aisling Bellucci. It's traditional to start with the school prayer. It's the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, so his namesake, and Francis Connor is going to read that out to us now.
Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen.
We're going to begin with an opening number by the entire class. This is again sung by sixth form. What we have now is an eclectic mix of performances by all the pupils in sixth form. They've put quite a lot of work into it over the last few weeks, and I hope you enjoy. So this one is We Are Graduating Now, recited by Scott, Charlie, John, Josh, and Francis.
We are graduating now, and things, we are graduating now, by Johanna Fuchs. We are graduating now, and things are coming to an end. We'll appreciate our teachers, and never lose a friend. We'll remember what we've learned here.
We will remember everything, and when we are gone from this place, to our memories we'll cling. Education is the best thing that we will ever possess.
We will use what our school taught us to achieve our own success. We are connected to our friends at school. We are connected to it all. When we think of our school days, only good things will recall.
So goodbye now to our school days, to the children we once were. Everything we thought and did here will become a pleasant blur.
We say hello now to our future. We say hello to what will be. We all have what we need. Our education sets us free.
Well done, boys. Next for you we have a music composition by George.
Hi, I'm George, and I'm talking to you about my interest in computerized music. If you're wondering what that is, I'll play you a piece that I made. Using samples that I have on this program, and I used this keyboard to change the samples, but I didn't really use it for this one. But yeah, that's pretty
Excellent, thank you, George. It's been a while since I've been at a venue where music like that. I won't say never again. Thank you for that, George. It's very good. We really look forward to this now. We have Card Tricks by Joe and Shannon. Go.
So, my name is Senin, and we're doing so for our first trick, we'll need a volunteer, Daniel.
Talk to a stranger.
So, choose two cards. So these are the two cards that Daniel has picked, and I will read through them,
and see what the card is on the other side. So now for the first one, it is a 2 of hearts. Then for the second one, it might be the ace of hearts.
Yeah, Walt and Josh. Okay, so you hold the card down to the Okay, so now behind the block, I'm going to turn around that card. As you see, I'm not marking where the card is. So now one card will be based off in the deck.
That was our magic act, or card tricks. Thank you and good night.
Excellent. Well done, both of you. That was very, very good. Next we have Alex and James, and they're on the recorder. I suppose the culmination of years of inspiration and maybe a little bit of perspiration. And they are doing Jupiter. Okay. Next we have Dawson, and Dawson is going to show us a couple of art pieces, and he's going to explain some of the background to them.
Okay. Sorry, are you heavy-handed? Okay. Hello, my name is Dawson, and I'm here to showcase some of my art to you. So, this is my first piece.
Wow.
And, well, this is when I knew I was good. This picture, it doesn't have a name, because there's actually a reason for that. It's alright? There's a reason to that. I wanted to draw, and I had an urge to draw, so I went into the kitchen, and I went on my phone, and I just searched up people on the internet. And I scrolled down, and I didn't even look, and I just picked a random person, and I started to draw, because I wanted to challenge myself. So I drew this, and it did win a special merit in the AIJS art competition, so I'm really happy about that. You got the memo to clap. So you're probably wondering what this is. This
So, I'll kill the suspense. Okay? Mr. Gilgullins, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Gilgullins. That'll get me a few brownie points. Right, so I think I'm done here. You can have a look after if you want. Well, thanks for listening to me and have a good night. Yeah.
I'll get that phrase. That's the first ever time I've been painted. I'm sure there'll be plenty more. Thank you very much, Dawson. That was a great surprise. And next we have Stitches, sung by Michael Horn. Come, Michael.
I thought that I'd been hurt before, and no one's ever left me quite this sore. Your words could take more than life. Now I need someone to breathe me back to life. Got a feeling that I'm getting what I need, but I know that I'll make it out now. If I break down, who I love, who I do, feel like I can't breathe. Shaking, falling up in my knees, and now I wish I could see. All you need is drifting over myself, waiting to come down. And now I'll just kiss it. All you need is just like how I promised you a friend. Oh, you learned me and I couldn't stand to pain. You're bitter, I could to the sight. Now I'm gonna reap what I sow. I'm seeing red on my own. Got a feeling that I'm moving with me, but I know that I'll leave it out loud. If I said something, you might have heard it. You like me, feel that heavy, shaking, falling up in my knees, and now I'll just kiss it. All you need is drifting over myself, waiting to come down. And now I'll just kiss it. All you need is Needle and a brick, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and a brick, gotta wind up dead. Needle and a brick, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and a brick, gotta wind up dead. Needle and a brick, gotta get you out of my head. Needle and a brick, gotta wind up dead. Needle and a brick, gotta get you out of my head. Get you out of my head. Do what I need.
not an easy one to follow, but next up is Jodie with Blackbird. Well done, Jodie, you followed it up very well. That was excellent. We have three girls up now to recite a poem. George Gray, Fanula, Ashling and Size.
George Gray, by Edgar Lee Masters. I have studied many times the marble which was chiseled for me, a boat with a furled sail at rest in the harbor. In pictures, it only notices not my destination, but my life. When love was offered me, and I shrank from its illusionment, sorrow knocked at my door, but I was afraid. Ambition called to me, but I dreaded the chances. Yet all the while I hungered for meaning in my life.
And now I know that I must lift the sail and catch the winds of destiny, wherever they drive the boat.
If it means to put one in one's life, may end in madness.
But life without meaning
Is the torture of restlessness and vain desire.
it is a boat longing for the sea and yet afraid.
We're back to music now. We have Lachlan on the piano with Wonderful Tonight. We have a comedy sketch now. It's called The Elevator. It's Michael, Patrick, Steffi, and Jodie.
You know any good jokes, huh?
Well, today we're doing a comedy sketch called The Elevator, so we'll start now. Mommy! Mommy! Where's my mommy?
Sorry, Black. I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm in an elevator with a filthy child.
Oh, I can't breathe. I can't get out. I can't move.
You do realize the doors aren't even closed yet.
Ooh, buttons!
Is the elevator supposed to be doing this?
Yeah, is it supposed to be doing this?
Yay, it's a roller coaster!
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, I'm stuck in an elevator with complete morons.
Hey, I'm not a moron. Everybody used to tell me I was special when I was little.
Entry 56. It's been so long since I've breathed fresh air, since I've seen the sun. Since an isolated place like this really changes you.
We've been stuck in here for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, but it feels like life.
Yeah, we get it.
Oh, excuse me, mister? Please, can I play with your suitcase?
No, get away from me, you random.
You're a weenie.
I know, I should just call my friend Elon. Hiya. Yeah, Elon. I know space cars are your thing, because you know anything about elevators? Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, bye. I have no idea what you just said.
We're never gonna go.
Hey, I know you. You are Bill Gates. Can I call you Billy?
No.
Do you build gates?
No, I build computers.
I built Legos. Me too! Do you know what's even better than building Legos? What? Playing with my bestest friends.
I'm not your friend.
What? But we've been in an elevator together.
So weird.
But I thought we were bros.
Well, you thought wrong.
Hey, idiots, I don't think we'll make it to entry 57.
Oh no, not this again.
But, because the work has arrived.
All the way down to everything now.
Very good, very enjoyable, well done. Back to some music now. A Million Dreams, sung by Ellie.
That I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sorts of crazy. They can say we lost.
dramatic piece, a comedy piece as well, and it's called It's Pronounced as Unanimous. Daniel Carroll.
Good evening. I am the president of the Loyal Society for the Relief of Sufferers from Piss Pronunciation. For people who cannot say their worms correctly, or who use the wrong worms entirely, so that other people cannot understand the bird they are spraying. It's just that you open your mouth, and the worms come turbling out in a waka saying that you didn't know what you're talking about. And it's very distressing. I'm always doing it, and it makes one feel uncomfortable, especially when going about one's daily tasks, slopping at the supermarket for ink stamps. Only last month, I approached the checkout point and showed the ghoul behind the crash desk the contents of my tray. And she said, "All right, shout it out." But of course, that's fine for the ordinary man in the stoat, who is no dribble with his warts. But to someone like myself, it's worse than a kick in the jackstrap. Sometimes you get stuck on one letter, such as wobbly, and I say, "I've got a tin of whoop, a woocumber, 2 packets of peas, and a wallet clown." She tried to make fun of me and said, "That will be €1 and 50 wee cents." So I said wobblers and walked out. So you see how dicky felt it is, but help is at hand. A new society has been formed by our mumblers to help each other in times of extreme ices. It is called Piss Pronunciers Unanimous, and anyone can call them up on the smelly phone at any time of the day or noon, 24 flowers a spray, 7 stays a creek, and they will come round and get you drunk. For foreigners, there will be interpreters who will all speak many sandwiches, such as Swedish, Turkish, Burkish, Jewish, gibberish, and rubbish. Membranes will be able to attend tight school for heaving grasses, to learn how to grope with the complexities of daily life. Which brings me to the draining reason for speaking to you tonight. The Society's first function, as a body, was a grand garden fete, and we hope for many more bodily functions in the future. The garden plate was held in the grounds of Blenheim Palace, Woodstick, and the guest of horror was the great American pip singer, Manny Barrilow. The fete was opened by the leader of the proposition, Mr. Michael Farton, who gave us a few well-frozen worms in praise of the Society's jerk. And he said that in the creeks and stumps that lie ahead, we must do our nut roast to make sure that it sucks weeds. Then everyone visited the various stores and abusements, the ruddabouts, thingboats and dodgers, and of course the old favourites such as Coke and Shy Nuts, Straw Yearling, Guessing the Way to Cook, and Pinning the Tail on the Wonky. So please join our society. Write to me, Dr. Smallpith, the Spanner, Pope Moses, and I will send you some leaflets to browse through and a brass badge to wear in your loophole. Gad not.
Daniel, that originally was a Ronnie Barker piece. It's a little bit before my time, but you would have recognised it. Okay, so I think you all agree they were all fantastic. They're a very talented bunch, and throughout the year they've done a lot of great things. And they're now going to get a folder. Miss Looms, I think, is going to go up, and we're going to call them out. Well, not going to call them out. They're going to go up in order, and they're going to get a folder, and inside that folder is some of the things that they have achieved this year. Among them, a DELF certificate, a cycle safety certificate, a graduation certificate for getting to the end of the year, and confirmation certificate, speech and drama certificate, and there might be one or two others in there. So, Scott, I think we'll get that roll up first. not about awards. We did some award ceremony earlier on today in school. Because as I said, it's not what it's about. But there is one award tonight. It's called the Thomas Stamp Sadkoff Junior School Spirit Award. It was awarded for the first time last year on the 10th anniversary of a student who sadly passed away while he was in St. Conan's Junior School. This is the second year it's been running, and we're delighted to have Thomas's mother here, Marie. It's the second year again, so I'd like Marie to come up and just maybe say a few words.
So, hi, boys and girls, and congratulations on your graduation from junior school. I hope you had a really great year. And I must say, I think you're all really, really lucky to go to this school and to have the teachers that you've had here. Miss Loomis, is she a good teacher?
Yes.
You know, when I went to school, teachers weren't so nice. I had one teacher who used to yell at me all the time for something I didn't even do, like my homework. My teacher used to be so mean. I had one teacher who used to come to the classroom and just close her eyes because it was the only way she could make her pupils disappear. No, seriously. You guys have great teachers here, and I know it. You're probably really happy also, though, to start your summer holidays, no matter how great school is. And I think the school year probably seems really long when you're a kid, but as you get older, you're going to find out that time goes by really, really quickly. The last time I saw Ellie, she was a baby, and I can't believe that she's grown so fast. So you might find it hard to believe, but you're going to forget these days really, really quickly. How old are you guys now? 12. And most of us grown-ups don't remember very much about when we were 12. And that's how old we are. So keeping memory alive, I just wanted to mention today, takes a lot of work. Strangely enough, it's easy to remember bad things and hard to remember good things. So it's a really good skill to learn. To help ourselves do that, we honor special occasions like this, and I think this is what your teachers and parents want from you today. They want this to be one of the lessons that you bring forward, that remembering good things and good people is really a skill that you need to cultivate. It's a special day, for me, a special way to remember all the wonderful people at this school and all the happy days that my son had here. And I want to tell you why this school is important to me. First of all, as you can probably tell from my accent, I'm not American, I'm Canadian, from Canada. I always guess Canada, usually Americans won't be offended. Canadians Thomas's dad's from Bulgaria, and Thomas was born in the US, but lived in Ireland from the age of 2. So we're a very international family, like a lot of other families that came to St. Conan's. And we chose St. Conan's because of the close friendships that we made with other families who were attending here, especially the Herbot's family. We chose it because it was a small family-run school, where it was easy to get to know people, and where Miss Shepherd made us feel welcome from day one, and I want to thank her for that. I hope you all got that feeling being here in the junior school, that feeling of being in a family. It's really important to create a community of people who want the best for each other, who will support each other when they need it, and be happy when things go well for us. And I know that's the kind of atmosphere that teachers and parents want for you at St. Conan's. Even though being part of a family sometimes is annoying, I know that, and any of you has brothers or sisters, especially younger ones, know that they're really a pain. But you know, you have to get over it, just like you have to do with a family. You have to get over it and remember that you're all together. Lessons that you learn here will carry you in the future, and great things have small beginnings, and that's sort of the theme, that's what on the inscription of the award in Thomas's memory. Great things have small beginnings. So try to remember this day for a long time. Remember good things, remember happy times, good people who cared about you. Learn how to remember. It's not that easy, believe it or not. Talk to each other, stay connected, help each other, participate. And I want to thank everybody, thank Ms. Shepherd, other people who aren't here today, Ms. McMahon, who's been here for a long time, Ms. Kelly, who isn't here, Ms. Dillon, who's not nice anymore. a long time. Miss McGinnis. Oh, there's Miss
I'm doing the camera tonight, sorry. I'm everywhere.
Yeah, I bumped into her on the street.
Many times.
Yeah, you disappeared again. So Miss Redmond, I don't know if she's still here. Any Redmond? Mr. McGuire, Gavin McGuire, is he still here? And especially Mr. Cook Cummins for organising everything and for everything you've done to keep Thomas and Harvey alive. Sincerely, Thomas had happy moments here, and I thank you for that. Special shout out to Oisin Herblatz, brother of Scott, for being such a great friend to Thomas and to me, and for helping create this award. So before I go, I just want to say one more thing. Not Noah. Noah. No. No more school. It's summer.
Without further ado, I'm going to announce this year's winner. I mean, it's not an academic award, it's somebody who has positively affected the school. And I think this particular winner, when he joined the school, I think he was quite a nervous boy, nervous coming in, and probably took him a couple of weeks to settle. But once, and he settled very quickly, and as I said, he's been nothing but positive influence and involves himself in everything we do, and I think his spirit has shone through, and he really has progressed wonderfully over the last 2 years. And the winner of the Thomas Setkoff Award is Steffi Soroli. Thank you very much to one of the parents who put a huge amount of work into this, and we're now going to enjoy the photo slideshow. So thank you, Catherine, and
Peace.
Thanks a million for that, Patrick. It's a huge amount of work went in.
Say to me also that I can email the movie to you all. Thank you.
Now, Scott Herbert is going to speak on behalf of the sixth form class of Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have been asked to talk about my memories at St. Conleth's. This will be hard, as I've had so many fond memories. I remember my first day at school. I did not know anybody. However, at the end of the day, I jumped into Patrick's grandparents' car for a play date. This was, and still is, my first friend. That was 8 years ago. And now, I have 21 good friends. And that is St. Conleth's. First we had Miss Kelly. I remember her handout with every letter of the alphabet.
We had to trace over it in really nice handwriting. We did not know, but that was the beginning of many years of homework. Then we had Miss Redmond. I remember her reading stories while we sat on a big mat at the end of the classroom. She also had a stopwatch on the board with 1 minute on it. On countdown, we had to clean our desks quickly, sit legs crossed on the very same mat. If we succeeded as a group, we had no homework. To achieve this common goal, we helped each other and operated as a group. That is St. Conleth's. Our class was small, only 10 pupils. It's this group of 10 pupils that went from Miss McGuinness to Miss Dillon. We had 2 years with Miss Dillon, 2 marvellous years. No one was left out, and that is St. Conleth's. We then had Mr. Gleason, or Mr. G, as we called him. I loved his Irish classes. Every time someone would ask him, "What does this word mean in Irish?" he would turn to George. "Yeah, George, what does that mean?" George was amazing at Irish. And that is St. Conleth's. In 5th form, we had Mr. Sheridan. Mr. Sheridan took us on the best school trip ever, surfing in the Grand Canal dock. I never laughed so much, even when I got pushed into the water. What a fantastic trip. Thank you, Mr. Sheridan. I was, and I have to confess, a bit worried when I came into 6th form. I should not have. Indeed, we were absolutely blessed with another amazing teacher, Miss Lewis. She's so caring and understanding, and even goes running with the class in the park. And yes, she runs with the class. She is one of us, a friend, a special friend. And that is St. Conleth's. Always coming up with new ideas, like putting up the birthday board in the corridor. He always greets you with a smile as you pass his office, and ensuring the well-being of all of us. That is St. Conleth's unique principal, Mr. Kilcummins. He makes St. Conleth's. Now, St. Conleth's is an outstanding school. I very much agree with the school slogan, small enough to care, big enough to challenge. For example, the teachers really care. When you are not feeling well or sad, with your head lying on the desk, they will ask you, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" But it does not stop there. When the class is over, they call you to double check if you are really okay. Because the school is small, we get to know each other's students in other years. The older students look out for the little ones, and that is St. Conleth's. Now yes, we are a small school, but that doesn't mean we can beat the bigger schools athletically and academically. When we play rugby, we play the large schools, who have a large number of pupils to pick from their teams. But we win, as we don't want to let the group down. A very special thanks to both Paddy and Pat. But we don't only win on the rugby pitch, we outshine other schools in table quizzes, debating, and chess. And yes, you guessed it, that is St. Conleth's. But now junior school is coming to an end. I will miss the junior school classes, the shorter days, the more than superb teachers, Ms. Lewis. Some of my friends that will be going to secondary school elsewhere next year. I would like to thank St. Conleth's for all the happy memories and forging of everlasting friendship. The good news is that we move on to secondary school that is structured with the same ethos, small enough to care, big enough to challenge. And that is also St. Conleth's. All of this was possible because of our parents. Thank you, parents. But that is not St. Conleth's. That is your parents working in union with St. Conleth's. And that is harmony.
Thank you, Scott, for those well chosen words and very well delivered. I always get nervous when I'm mentioned alongside Miss Looms. I think I might suffer in comparison. I think back in November there was a parent-teacher meeting, and I think one of the parents might have mentioned that there was kind of a good cop, bad cop routine. I think it's a bit unfair in Miss Looms. Yes, I do think that the teachers in the junior school have left a positive legacy on sixth form, pupils in sixth form. And it is our job to nurture happiness in the school, because if the students aren't happy, then they're not going to learn. It has to be a certain type of happiness. It has to have solid foundations. It can't be superficial. If it doesn't have the proper foundations, then there is a danger that cracks might appear and they could crumble in the next couple of years when you go into secondary school and teenage years. So your personal happiness, it should be based on self-respect, respect for others, being comfortable in one's own skin, taking responsibility and ownerships of mistakes, which you will make, and many, and learning from them. I do think the teachers in the junior school classroom teaching is excellent, but I think sometimes of greater significance is when you see those benches, those couches outside the classrooms, and sometimes I see a teacher having a conversation with a student there, just sitting down. And it could be a gentle nudge in the right direction. It could be a gentle refocusing of the mind. But if a teacher can have an effect that way, I think it's a great trait in a teacher. But you have that. You as parents will have that trait as well. You have the ability to communicate with your children, and it's going to be very important. In the next couple of years, the teens, secondary school, your children, some of them, may become a little difficult, a little sullen, a little withdrawn, a little lethargic, a little bit defiant, unhygienic. Hopefully not all those things at once. If you have, not to credit if you have strong foundations, that turbulence that they may encounter will only be temporary, and they will default back to their settings, which is inner happiness. And it's really, really important. My advice to you, the sixth form, would be to talk to your parents. They are the people who are passionate, who have the most interest, who will do anything to make you happy. So work with them and you will achieve that. You may think that your parents are a little bit uncool sometimes. A couple of your parents on the staff here, they are uncool. They have your own best interests at heart, and they will always be there for you. So just remember that as you enter senior school and you go through your teenage journey. And last thing I'll say is, well done for your year, well done in St. Conan's Junior School, and the very best of luck for the future. We're now coming to the end, just before, so sixth form will give us a closing song, but just before then, I think some people have to be mentioned. Obviously, not just tonight, but I mean for all the work throughout the year, ceremonies of light and just the shows that we've done. She's always here in our corner. She does wonderful work, and that's Miss Emer Hartnett. background, you have two people who've done a huge amount of work with sixth form. They don't like the spotlight, but even both of them have worked tirelessly today to make sure that tonight has run very, very well, I think. And that is our IT teacher, Mike Travers, and our drama teacher, Pat Howe. I'm not allowed to mention Miss Kelly. So, I'm not going to start saying what Miss Kelly does around the place. So we'll be here all night. It's great to see Father Michael Collins here. Father, you've done a huge amount of work and chatting and being present in the school, a very permanent presence in the school, and thank you for that. Shaquem is currently outside waiting for a pizza delivery man to come. So once again, that's the kind of thing that Shaquem does. He's always there in the background. He works very, very hard. So thank you, Shane. Miss Shepherd here at the front. Miss Shepherd does a huge amount of work. Sometimes it's a lot of the time in the background as well, but it's good to keep everybody on their toes. So thank you, Shepherd. To the parent group as a whole, I'd like to say thank you for your support throughout the year. You've been absolutely brilliant, always there when we need a helping hand with various activities and a very positive presence. I suppose you are represented by the two class reps, and they've done a huge amount of work this year. Gwen and Francis, thank you. I think maybe there's one particular parent who has gone above and beyond, so I don't know if Francis would like to come up maybe and present a token of our gratitude to one of the parents who has pretty much ensured great rugby success throughout the years in St. Conleth's, and very unlucky that we didn't bring back the winner medals from I believe, I wasn't down there, from the AIJS 7 side. Controversially beaten. So I think the students have a presentation for Paddy Kennedy. Do you want to say a couple of words just before sixth form come up and round you out?
Thank you. Gwen, you want to? I have several members of my family here in this group. They always say I talk too much. So I think a huge thank you to Vicky and Tony. Let's do a... moment I met you, I wanted you as my teacher. Unfortunately, I couldn't go back. Scott tiptoed us through the journey that most of the kids had, not all, because some joined a little bit later. But I think it's important to acknowledge from a parent's perspective, and I'm making my swan song from the junior school, but from a parent's perspective, I've always thought of this as the 8 years as a kind of a conveyor belt of specialness. Starting with Dolores, who was amazing.
Thank you.
We stopped en route with Rochelle for 2 years. I would have loved it if it was 8. Thank you. We missed Caroline, but for all the right reasons. Here on Sheridan, he was here.
was.
Yeah, in fifth. I think let's give him that. And for people who were there for special moments, Father Michael, I didn't know you were going to be here this evening, but thank you for communion. Okay, so I want to make sure I don't forget people. So, in no particular order, a special thank you to Catherine for Hartnett and Mr. Howe. I know Tony has said it already, but still. Who else am I? My partner in crime, Gwen. Miss Shepherd for keeping the ship afloat. As a token of our thank you and to acknowledge all the hard work that was done through the year, we have a small token that we would like to give to Tony and Vicky. So let's. Okay, so the flowers are not for you, Tony. I know, Dolores, you hate being acknowledged, but you've done an amazing job this evening in preparing all the stuff, and you're just forever around the place. Kind of like a bad smell.
Thanks, Frances.
I'd like to give you this.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. There's no point in pretending I did this on purpose, but I mean, she wasn't on the list because she's separate to it. I didn't mention Miss Looms personally. Miss Looms means that I can concentrate on my job in the office, and I just know that sixth form will be taken care of, and that they're learning, and that they are in the best of hands. So thank you very much, Ms. Lewis. And now we are going to get the sixth form up to their original positions, and they're going to sing the closing number.
Okay, well look, you stay, enjoy it, I'll be forward there as well.
I'll go there.
Yeah, go on, yeah, go ahead. You can do it there. You can dash that. Is it on record?
Thank you.
form are going to collect their folders and are going and they're going to go to the junior infants classroom where there is some pizza. If it's not hadn't arrived, it will be very soon. And parents, you will be going to one of the other classrooms on the ground floor where there are some refreshments and some juice. Even though there's no swings here, be careful.